Did we lose a quarter final in the sevens too? Who knows? Of course
Oh,
we
I know, mate.
did.
I mean, I doubt you walked out of that one as well, though, did you?
Oh, I was livid. Oh, yo, no, I did. Don't you worry. Yeah, my wife kicked me out of the house. I was so frustrated. Yeah. So, yeah. Hello and welcome to RugbyDump's series of top five players per position in professional rugby in 2024. My name is Phillip Bendon and I am joined by my colleague Jack Tunney today, and we are going to go through the fullback position. If you want to see all of our other position group breakdowns, check out our channel and go back and have a look at those videos. So, Jack, on to the fullbacks. The last one, we've got to it. Some top class fullbacks in world rugby at the moment. So I guess let's dive right into it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump on first. It's got to be Will Jordan for me. Throw him straight in there. Used on the wing by the All Blacks over the past sort of couple of years. And I mean, listen, he scored a try a game near enough, despite playing in a position that he wasn't playing at club level. Obviously, the Crusaders, he's been their number one choice fullback for a few years. And now he's been given the opportunity for New Zealand. And he has been nothing short of phenomenal in that position. He's still getting on the score charts, but he's added that extra bit to his game, and actually New Zealand's game in particular, because he has become an all-time All Black quality fullback, I think. He's safe under the high ball. He's as secure as you want as a fullback, and he gets his hands on the ball a lot more. I don't know what your thoughts are on Will
Yeah, I
Jordan.
couldn't agree more. He's one of the most exciting world players in world rugby to watch, whether it's on the wing or fullback. And I agree, fullback's his best position. He said it's his best position, and it's great to see the All Blacks backing him there. I mean, we were at that World Cup quarter final there. The All Blacks knocked Ireland out, and that line he took off Richie Mo'unga's shoulders to score that, what in the end was the crucial try, really, off a Joe Schmidt style power play, was just showed how quick he is. The guy's incredible. Like you said, listen, that All Black try scoring record's getting broken. You know, all things being equal, he's going to be the top All Black try scorer of all time in the next few years. So couldn't agree more with our first choice of that, Will Jordan. So for me, I am going to be an absolute homer. I think Hugo Keenan has been nothing short of incredible for Ireland since coming over from the sevens circuit. The guy is just so incredibly fit that he just covers the backfield like no one in world rugby. When do you ever see an Irish the ball going to ground from Keenan? Pretty much never. I mean, there was a lot of panic when Rob Kearney retired and went, "Oh no, we don't have someone at the back to cover." Hugo Keenan steps up. He's been incredible for me. I've heard discussions from a lot of really great pundits who I personally I really respect. You know, Luke Fitzgerald, a former Leinster and Ireland player, thinks that Keenan could be an option on the wing for Ireland if they want to kind of play Jamie Osborne at fullback and then incorporate a better kicking game. Maybe that's an option, but right now for me, Hugo Keenan is just such a top quality 15 and really offers that playmaking ability as a sort of second distributor, hits really good lines, and yeah, defensively so good. Don't know how you feel about Keenan, but yeah, that's where I'm at with him.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. And it was actually great to see him going back to his sevens roots
Yeah.
this year, wasn't it?
Oh, did we
Obviously,
lose a quarter final in the sevens too? Who knows? Of course
oh,
we
I know, mate.
did.
I mean, I doubt you walked out of that one as well, though, did you?
Oh, I was livid. Oh, yo, no, I did. Don't you worry. Yeah, my wife kicked me out of the house. I was so frustrated. Yeah. So, yeah.
Like, yeah, Keenan taking over the reins of Carney at the end of the day. He's been phenomenal, and there's been a lot of different back three options for Ireland they could have picked over the past few years. So for Keenan to keep his spot really shows what a quality operator he is.
Yeah, no
Um,
doubt. No doubt.
so yeah, in terms of I'm actually going to keep it on a sort of a home nations player. I'm going Blair Kinghorn.
Hmm.
The fact that he was, I mean, behind Stuart Hogg for so many years, and now he's come out of the sort of shadows, and he's playing so well for. I mean, he's playing so well for Toulouse. He's actually booted Ramos out of the fullback position. So, like, he's 6'5", 6'6". He's fast. He's strong. He's incredible under the high ball, and his rugby brain is just terrific. He knows what he's doing. And I can see. I know you might disagree with me. You think Keenan might be the choice, but I think Kinghorn's going to be the Lions number 15.
I wouldn't have any problem with that. Wouldn't have any problem with that as an Irish fan. I was fortunate enough to interview him at the Champions Cup launch in Cardiff a couple probably about 6 7 weeks ago at this stage. And the guy is so engaging. He's, you know, like just on a personal level, he feels like the perfect tourist for Lions. I mean, putting the rugby aside, I mean, super intelligent. The way he looks at things is great, really engaging. Um, and again, I think when it comes to Keenan and Kinghorn, it doesn't really even have to be one or the other. One of them could slot in at the wing because they're both just so good. I mean, in last year's Champions Cup final, he started at fullback. He goal kicked with Thomas Ramos on the bench. I mean, that says it all. And the fact that he can play 10, 15 and on the wing is phenomenal. It is interesting those latter years of Hogg. Listen, Hogg in his prime was brilliant, but it did feel like it should have been Kinghorn time a bit earlier. So yeah, completely agree. And he was on my list. I was actually getting a little bit concerned that we wouldn't get to him. So I'm glad he's in there nice and early. Um, Staying in Europe, which might be unpopular, and I'm looking at the list of fullbacks I've written down, and I might actually kick myself for this because there's a lot of really good fullbacks in the Rugby Championship. Actually, no, I'm going to go left field. I'm going to go Juan Cruz Malia. I was going to go Thomas Ramos, but Juan Cruz Malia with Argentina. I mean, we could have picked him as a winger, but again, he's kind of like Will Jordan, where I feel like you get the best out of him at fullback. And I think he's actually the most similar player in the world to Will Jordan. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's silky smooth again in that Toulouse team. I mean, we might as well just have listed the Toulouse team as our players, but I just think he's incredible. The pace is brilliant, but what he brings to the game that a lot of people don't see is his offloads. If you just go back and read the stats after a match, it's always like three, four offloads. It's a couple of line breaks. He's a brilliant finisher himself, but he brings so much to the game for those around him that I just think he's brilliant. And actually, I think if Argentina are to continue the way they are under Felipe Contevomi as a real force and perhaps win a World Cup, Juan Cruz Malia is going to be crucial to that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And in terms of the final choice, could there's multiple options from South Africa, but I hate to do it, but I'm gonna keep it Northern Hemisphere. No, it's not an English player. Don't worry, I'm not chucking Freddie Stewart in there. We're gonna have to go for Thomas Ramos.
Yeah, I agree.
I know Kinghorn's taking his place at Toulouse. That's two Toulouse players actually in as fullbacks. But I mean, you could have either of them. And Ramos brings something different. He is the most laid back player I think I've ever watched. And he's so versatile. He can step in at 10 as he has been doing a lot during Max injuries. But as a fullback, he took over from Jaminet, who obviously held the 15 shirt for a good couple of years. And he's just been phenomenal for France and so versatile for Toulouse. So yeah, I'd have to have Thomas Ramos in at as the final slot.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think Ramos is one of the very best players in the world, and I think I'd be shocked if he wasn't at least a World Player of the Year nominee at some point in his career. I just think he's that good. You know, you're going to bank goal kicks with him 90% plus, right? He's going to do that. But what he brings is as a distributor, because he's like you said, he played 10 against the All Blacks in the November. I mean, and against Argentina, and he just didn't look out of place. By all accounts, he's like the most competitive human being on the face of the planet. And I think what I would be surprised with Toulouse this year, I think you could see a back three of Ramos at fullback, Kinghorn on the wing, and Juan Cruz Mali on the other wing. Think about that. Then where do you put Matisse Labelle? Glad I'm not Ugo Mola trying to pick that team. But yeah, no doubt Ramos had to be on that list. So I guess it comes to ranking them. Do you want to give it a crack?
Yeah, well, I'd not easy. I'd put Malia at number 5.
Okay.
We'd go Sugar Keenan number 4, Blair Kinghorn at number 3. So I would have Ramos at number 2 purely for the fact that he does have that extra bit of versatility. Now, I appreciate that Kinghorn can play 10 as well. But Ramos, just the way he's able to play every position he's asked at such a world-class level and do it in such a calm manner is just, it's not something you can teach. And yeah, that would be my choice. What do you think?
Yeah, no, really interesting. I think again, it kind of comes back to it's one of those position groups where you could just throw the names in the air and wherever they land, you could be like, that's 1 to 5. I think it's that close. I think the only thing I would change is I would probably go, yeah, Will Jordan definitely. It's hard because like a lot of his good work came on the wing. It's like, but he just did look really good at fullback as the year went on. So yeah, happy with Jordan at 1. I think Ramos at 2. I personally think Keenan at 3, just because of the longevity of how good he's been at fullback. Whereas Kinghorn again is one of those jack of all trades who can pop up in different positions. And then yeah, Malia at 5, I think is fair. So I kind of would go Jordan, Ramos, Keenan. Kinghorn, Malia would be my list. But again, is there all that much difference between 3 and 4? Not really. So that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'd agree with you. Keenan's got more experience, and obviously the fact that he's a sevens player as well gives him that extra little bow, doesn't it? So yeah, let's go with that. Let's sign it off. Jordan, Ramos, Keenan, Kinghorn, and Malia.
Love it. Well, Jack, love that chat as always. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. As we've said on all the other ones, please leave us your top 5 ranking of fullbacks in the world at the moment and let us know just how wrong we are. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like and, like we said, that comment, and hit that subscribe button for more content. All of these videos will be broken down into articles that you can check out on the Rugby Dump website. So thanks for tuning in, and we really hope you enjoyed the video.